In this tutorial, I'm going to show you the best way to add content directly into your page or picture frames. Along the way, I'll instruct you how to clear the background fills on any picture frame, flag your content for PDF pass-through, and how to scale your content. In Affinity Publisher, you can place raster images, Affinity files such as Affinity Photo, Designer, and Publisher files, and of course, PDFs. You're also able to add text files from Microsoft Word, docx, and RTF files. I want to add content to finish this document off. I've got my picture frame set up here, and I want to place a full-scale file here. Before I add my content, I want to show you how to set up and clear picture frame background fill when the content has been populated. First, select your picture frame, then up here on the context toolbar is a tool called Clear Fill on Populate. You can select multiple picture frames by holding Shift if you want to enable this tool. To enable it, just simply click. You'll see what happens when we place our content. To place our content, you have this Place tool on the Tools panel. Or you can use the shortcuts of Shift-Command-M or Shift-Control-M on Windows, which I'll use a little bit later. I can either select all my files with the Marquee Select tool, or I can Command-Select or Control-Select on Windows. Now that I've selected just my JPEGs, let's go and select our other documents like PDF, AF photo file here as well. Let's open them up. Immediately, we get a temporary Place Image panel. This will only appear when you have multiple files ready to be placed. I'm now going to select one of my JPEGs to enter into a picture frame. It's handy that we can see the file names, and from this I know what image belongs with what text. Remember, we have Clear Background Fill enabled on all of these picture frames. All we need to do is to click to place our content. If you need to adjust what's up next, just go back to the panel to select a different file. Now let's head back to our Move tool, and you'll see that our temporary placed image panel will disappear. If you need to adjust the properties of the picture within the frame, then head to the Context toolbar under Properties, and you can change the fit. So we can have Max Fit, Stretch to Fit, or None. I'm going to scale to Min Fit. We can also anchor it, so if we have this on None for not to be scaled, we can choose where the picture will sit within the picture frame. Don't forget as well, you can adjust the properties before placing your content, so when you place your files, it will automatically fit to your chosen properties. Now let's show you how to place an image without a picture frame. This time I'm going to select my PDF and open it. Now, because there isn't a picture frame currently on this spread, what we can do is click and you'll see it snap to our bleed. Click and hold and drag it out to where you want it to snap to. Or what you can do, let me just remove this by backspacing, is select Place, select my PDF again, open, and I can simply click for it to enter in at exactly 100% to scale. This is very useful when you want something to come in exactly at their original scale. So let's halt placing our content for a moment to show you how to flag this PDF for PDF pass-through. PDF pass-through means that Affinity Publisher will import your PDF exactly as it's supposed to be. This is a great benefit for anybody placing PDFs like this brochure, diagram, or even a detailed architectural plan. It also means you don't have to have the fonts from the PDF installed on your operating system. And if the PDF has already had the fonts embedded within, they'll appear through PDF pass-through. To change from PDF pass-through, just go up to the Context toolbar and you can change it to Interpret. But as I know this is going to give the better effect, let's keep it as pass-through. Okay, so now let's have a look at the different things you can do with placed content. If you have a multi-page PDFs, a multi-page Affinity Publisher document, or even an Affinity Designer document with different artboards, you have something very useful to use. You can change the page, spread, or artboard that you want to view within the picture frame. via the context toolbar. All you need to do is select the Move tool, double-click within the picture frame to select the content, or select the content if it's just placed on a page. On the context toolbar, you'll now see an option for us to change the spread to view. Let's select the other spread within this PDF. As you can see, it's changed the spread to view. I have another few tips for you, so let's head to our previous spread on page 6. Here I'm going to place Affinity photo document. Now I'm going to use the shortcut Command-Shift-M or Control-Shift-M on Windows. Select our AF photo file and open it to enter into this picture frame. And what I'll be able to do here is use the zoom slider to enlarge the file. I'm happy with that, so let's make sure it's straight by using the rotate handle here. Remember, you can hold down Shift to constrain and move at 15-degree increments. You can also use this pan control in the centre of the picture frame, and this will allow me to move the image around inside the picture frame. If you want the image to move freely, make sure you press Alt or Option on Mac to ignore snapping. It moves freely within the picture frame. I'm going to Release Option on my keyboard to go back to snapping, and I'm happy with it about there, but I need to change the zoom just slightly. Now it's out of the way of our text. Let's go and show you how to use the scaling options on the context toolbar. First, double-click into your picture frame so the content is selected. Head up to the context toolbar. This is especially handy when you want to make sure a file, image, or a detailed plan is in the correct scale and resolution. When the content is selected, use the Image Detail panel on the context toolbar to control the scaling and the DPI. Remember, you can scale any place content such as images, documents, PDFs, and PSDs. Before we edit the scale, I'm going to make sure my linked symbol is enabled. I'm going to scale this file to 400%. I can use the slider to go up in increments, or I can type in a scale. I'm going to change this to 200%. As you can see, the scale isn't correct for this image, but also our image DPI has changed to below 300, which will require for this brochure. So I'm going to select the original size to bring it back to the original scale. And this, of course, is a little bit too big, so let's go and change your scale to 50%, which is the perfect fit. I have one last thing to show you, so let's go and place one more image to our document on page 2 to 3. Let's place our image onto the spread using Command-Shift-M or Control-Shift-M on Windows. Let's select our document and open it. So here we want to click and drag to match the bleeds. Then we want to centre it via the spread. And I also want to flip it. I can drag this below the group text so this appears. Now we've placed our image onto our spread, we can see that on the context toolbar we don't have any of the picture frame properties or tools that were available to our other images in the context toolbar. So what you can do is to convert this image to a picture frame via the Layers menu and go to Convert to Picture Frame. From here you'll be able to replace the content as well as set the properties and have all the other benefits of being within a picture frame. Thank you for watching.